guys, Steve here from Motorsport. I'm one half of the business. We're here on the Gold Coast in Australia. We specialise in motorsport, suspension and getting cars ready to go racing or just street duties really. We're going racing ourselves and we thought we'd film a small series for you guys, show you behind the scenes, how we set the cars up and see what we can do, a bit of testing, try and extract most out of the cars. Yeah, pretty excited and follow us on our journey. So this is our shop car, S13 drift car in its purest form, all set up to go drifting. But the plan is to see how fast we can take this in a straight line around a track and then how it handles really. Origin kit, thanks to Christian from Corporal Industries. K-Works paint. Everything under it's adjustable pretty much. It's a very good and capable drift car and it's going to be exciting to try and grip race it, to say the least. So SR20, 262 cams, that's a G25 550. Makes roughly 320 horsepower on 20 PSI. Nice little capable setup. Still got the SR box, just a heavy duty clutch, 4.3 rear end. Yeah, it can rip a skid, which is good. A simple interior. Just a half cage, some brides. All you need. So we're just going to change the old tyres from the last drift day because they're dead. Don't really want to take them out when we go gripping tomorrow. I'll show you what we're working with. So we've got a 25mm spacer, Shockworks, coilovers. God, they're good. Just a standard adjustable toe, camber. I think they're Just Jap related. Yeah, that's it. Standard knuckle, standard brakes. We've got D1 spec drift pad, which is a high temp friction pad, which is going to be interesting. So it's all lined up now. Let's have a look what she's doing. Yeah, right, okay. So, car star, 6.5 degrees. Negative camber, almost 6 degrees negative in the front. And then we've got about 4mm total. We've got 4mm each side, so 8mm total toe in, towing out, which is quite a bit in the front. And then in the rear we've got just under negative camber, just under 0. And then rear toe in is quite a lot, 11mm total. Rear end still pointing straight, which is good. Thing's going to be good for drifting and a death trap for grip racing. go. Let's see what times we can get at Lakeside. Woo! Alright, so a bit of a wrap up of today. Trying to grip race the drift car. First impressions were super sketchy. Way too much toe out, just made the car really unstable trying to turn the car in nicely into a corner. It was very go-karty in the way it was steering, and like just a little bit of turning and the thing would want to snap out and go straight to try and drift. That's the first thing I really noticed, was just the toe out made the car very, very dodgy to drive, to say the least. I was running a 235 Valino semi-slick on the front and a 265 China on the rear, which didn't also help, and the car was very oversteery. Yeah, it was a handful, to say the least, with that alignment. Probably has potential to change the alignment a bit, and it could go a bit quicker. Was hitting top of fourth down the straight, and wasn't pinned through the kink where I probably should be. I'll go home now and watch the footage back and get some times out of it and see what I can do. Hopefully anything under a 104 would be quick for me. First time driving the circuit. Yeah. Overall happy with the day. Did 3 sessions. First one was just a siding session, and then the other two were almost full noise. Yeah, overall the car was good, but it can be a lot better. So we'll go back, and the whole purpose of this video and series is to make the car quicker. Yeah, so I'll upload the footage now. It was on a GoPro. And actually I'll do this after the footage, but it was on a GoPro, so apologies about that. And I had it the wrong way around, hence the landscape and not portrait. So thanks guys, see you back at the shop. Good morning everyone. So we're back out here at Lakeside today for another test and tune. Watching the footage back and reviewing it, I felt that I could go a bit quicker with the setup. It was the first time I've ever driven Lakeside, so I know I can push a little bit further now, and I didn't really want to leave anything unturned. So we're back out here for another test and tune. I'm going to see what we can get. Really want to try and get a 102, or at least get into it. last run we did was a 103.4 was the quickest, and I think I can get a bit more, so let's go. There we go. So we're back at the shop now after racing today. It was very eventful today. A lot going on. There was a few big crashes, including a small one myself. It rained all last night and this morning, so the track was super cold and was very wet in the beginning and patchy in sections, so it took a while to get heat into the tyres. I was doing almost 2 out laps to really try to get some heat in there before getting on it, but even then it was still having problems just stepping out and breaking traction for most of the lap, and then it just seemed like the tyres went off really quick as well, especially the rear. Quite a bit of oversteer. Front end was still super twitchy with all that toe out. Great for drifting, but super dodgy and scary for grip racing, unfortunately. Looking back at the times, it doesn't look like I beat the time of last session we went out, but today I got first session I got 1 flying lap because there was quite a bit of traffic and a broken down car, and then the second one I just pushed too hard after the second lap, and it just stepped out, and just when it transitioned and come back I hit the grass, and because it was all wet it just sent me sailing into the tyres. The car itself isn't too bad damage wise. This will be the last time I'm driving it with this setup because it's too sketchy to try and get the maximum out of the car in a straight line. just with everything that's going on, the car shaking and just not wanting to go straight under brakes. It was diving around. So I'm going to lift it up, change the spring rates and set it up more for grip racing. And then we're going to go back out and see what times we can get with a proper setup, a bit more aero, because at the moment it's set up for drifting. So like it's just all fiberglass and there's no aero on the actual car. Hence the way it's driving and braking. The brakes might be something to look at as well before going back out, because it's just got no stopping power with these stock brakes. Yeah, I'll give you a quick look around the car and show you the damage. It's not too bad, it's more panel damage. So here's the car. Lost the tail light. It's not too bad. Rear quarter has been punched in a bit. Rear bar is not too bad. Yeah, just need to push that out. The rear quarter itself, the over fender was perfect. So I can just push that out and put the rear fender on and off we go. Front bar. Get a little bit of loving. But yeah, overall, not too sketchy. It's a good car. Just needs a little bit of work now to make it go fast in a straight line. So that's it for this episode. We've done quite a bit. We've pushed the limits with the drift alignment setup. Next time we go out should be in about 3 weeks. So in between then and now, we'll make another episode of what we do and the modifications we make to try to get more grip and more stability is the main thing with this car. This car is very unstable at high speed. Lakeside's probably not the best, again, to be testing this. All third and fourth gear, a lot of top of fourth around that track. So you don't have the best brakes and you've got dodgy tyre set up. It's quite sketchy. So yeah, looking forward to doing some mods, getting back out there and giving it a red hot crack again and seeing how quick we can take this car. So thanks for watching and see you in the next one.